Okay, let's go down south first. And before that, up to speed with top news developments in real estate.
The government is expected to introduce the much-awaited and highly debated Real Estate Development Regulatory Bill in the winter session of Parliament this year. The Urban Development Minister has said that the bill is under active consideration of the government and the ministry is in consultation with all stakeholders, including the developer bodies like CREDAI and others. The Securities and Exchange Board of India is likely to finalize norms for the much-awaited Real Estate or Infrastructure Investment Trust on August 9th. Real Estate Investment Trusts or REITs are entities which list units on an exchange and use the proceeds from unit holders to invest in real estate and infrastructure projects. It's the first time that such trusts will enter India, and it is expected to help developers monetize commercial assets, attract domestic and foreign capital, and help large developers plan long-term projects. According to a leading business dailies report, the Finance Ministry is considering a proposal to tax ready unsold flats held by builders. Experts believe that if passed, this will affect developers holding about 100,000 ready or close to be completed unsold properties in the top 8 cities across the country. This is also expected to reduce home prices as builders will have to sell these properties soon by offering discounts, among other things. The government is planning on expanding the reach of the 30-year-old rural housing scheme by relaunching it as a national mission. The target to build 3.2 crore Pakka houses for the poor over the next 8 years. The Rural Development Ministry wants to revive the identity of the UPA government's flagship program, the Indira Awas Yojana, by launching it as the National Grameen Awas Mission. The scheme will have an annual target of 25 lakh houses and fund requirements of 27,300 crores per year. This is in line with Prime Minister Narendra Modi's vision of providing housing with water, electricity and toilets for all Indians by 2022. Mirroring the slowdown in India's realty sector, DLF, India's largest real estate firm, reported a 29% fall in its net profit for the April to June quarter results. While the profits fell, the company's net debt rose by 538 crore rupees. DLF has been selling non-core assets since the last 3 years to focus on its core real estate business and reduce debt, but the progress seems extremely slow. L&T Infrastructure Finance is planning to raise about $1 billion in a private equity fund. The new fund will be focused on investing in power, roads, ports and other infrastructure projects. This comes after a revival of sentiment in the infrastructure sector of the country. The company aims to finish fundraising activity by next year.